Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're a Toyota owner and you've got a check engine light glaring at you, and your code scanner is shouting P0113, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to break down exactly what that code means, why it's happening, and most importantly, how you can fix it yourself and save some money. So, grab your tools, and let's get under the hood. First things first. What is P0113? The full name is Intake Air Temperature Sensor Circuit High Input. That sounds complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. Your car has a small sensor called the Intake Air Temperature Sensor, or IAT sensor for short. Its job is to measure the temperature of the air coming into your engine. This information is crucial for the engine's computer, the ECU, to calculate the right air-fuel mixture for optimal performance and fuel economy. The high input part of the code means the ECU is receiving a voltage signal from the IAT sensor that is higher than it should be. In the world of temperature sensors, a high voltage signal usually translates to a very, very cold temperature reading. So, your car's computer thinks it's breathing in Arctic air, even if it's a hot summer day. This mismatch confuses the computer, which then triggers the check engine light and logs the P0113 code. So, what kind of symptoms might you notice besides the check engine light? You might experience a rough idle, especially when the engine is cold. Your fuel economy could take a nosedive because the computer is dumping extra fuel, thinking the air is colder and denser than it really is. In some cases, you might even have trouble starting the car or notice a bit of hesitation when you accelerate. It's basically your engine running on bad information. Now, let's find this little troublemaker. The IAT sensor on most Toyotas is super easy to locate. Just follow the air intake system from the air filter box towards the engine's throttle body. You'll see a plastic or rubber tube called the air intake duct. Somewhere along that duct, or sometimes integrated directly into the mass airflow sensor, you'll find a small plastic sensor with a wire connector attached to it. That's your IAT sensor. It usually has just 2 wires going to it. Alright, diagnosis time. Before you rush out and buy a new sensor, we need to confirm it's actually the problem. More often than you'd think, the issue is with the wiring or the connector, not the sensor itself. First, give the connector a good visual inspection. Is it loose? Is there any visible corrosion on the pins? Maybe some green or white crusty stuff. Otherwise frayed, cracked, or look like they'd been chewed on by a rodent. Give the connector a firm wiggle. Sometimes, just unplugging it, cleaning the contacts with some electrical contact cleaner, and plugging it back in securely can solve the problem. If the wiring looks okay, the next step is to test the sensor. This is where a basic multimeter comes in handy. Unplug the sensor. Set your multimeter to measure resistance, or OEMs. Place 1 probe on each of the 2 pins on the sensor itself. Now, the resistance value should change with temperature. A good rule of thumb is that at room temperature, around 70 degrees Fahrenheit, you should see a reading of about 2,000 to 3,000 OEMs. If it's colder, the resistance will be higher. If it's hotter, the resistance will be lower. Here is a pro tip. You can use a hairdryer to gently warm up the sensor while you're remeasuring the resistance. As the sensor gets warmer, you should see the resistance value smoothly decrease. If you see no reading at all, meaning it's an open circuit, or if the resistance is extremely high and doesn't change with temperature, then you've found your culprit. The sensor's bad. Let's talk about to fix. If your diagnosis pointed to a bad sensor, the fix is a simple replacement. IAT sensors are generally inexpensive and easy to swap out. Usually, it's held in by a single screw, a clip, or it might just twist and lock into place. Simply remove the old one, pop the new one in, secure it, and plug the connector back on. It's often a 5-minute job. If your sensor tested fine, but you found a problem with the wiring or connector, that's what you'll need to repair. A damaged connector can often be replaced with a new pigtail, which you can splice into the existing harness. If a wire is broken, you'll need to carefully repair it, making sure to solder and seal the connection properly with heat shrink tubing to protect it from moisture and corrosion. After you've completed the repair, whether it was replacing the sensor or fixing the wiring, the final step is to clear the code. You can use your scanner to erase the code, or you can do it the old-fashioned way by disconnecting the negative terminal of your car battery for about 15 minutes. Just be aware that this will reset your radio presets and other memory functions. After clearing the code, start the car and take it for a drive to make sure the check engine light stays off. And that's it. You've successfully diagnosed and fixed the P0113 code on your Toyota. You've restored your engine's performance, improved your fuel economy, and saved yourself a trip to the mechanic. I hope this guide was helpful for you. If it was, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more DIY car repair guides. If you have any questions or want to share your own experience with this code, drop a comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.